Alright people, what is good? I have been meaning to get this video out for a few days now. I've been planning to do this breakdown of the trailer that I made on my channel, Mileenas Revenge. If you haven't seen it, it is on my channel, on my main page. Go check it out. But I've been meaning to do a breakdown of it because obviously I may have some new subscribers that don't understand it or don't get what I'm planning to do. Obviously there's been a delay because I had an injured hand and wrist, so I had like a cast over my wrist, so I couldn't really play. Thank God for the AI, as the AI has been helping me out in MK11, but I'm better now, I'm fine. So now I can start this series that I've been saying I was gonna do for about a couple of weeks now. So anyway, thought I'll do this breakdown of the trailer and what's to come within the series. So the series is just gonna be 5 episodes, probably gonna be between 30 minutes to an hour. As of next week, you might see an upload of mine which is an hour long, or 40 minutes or 25 minutes. It all depends as to how long it takes me to come across one of the target, which I'm going to talk about in this video, in online play. I'm going to mix up, well, I'm going to play online in ranked and also casual, because there's certain movesets and variations you can only use in casual, I believe. As it stands now, I haven't even gone online yet, but I plan to do that probably, maybe even tomorrow actually. But anyway, back to this breakdown. So this is just going to be just a breakdown of this trailer that I made and how it's going to pan out into the 5 episode series. So as you already know, Mortal Kombat 11, you can make 5 variations of your character. Let me start from there, because the way I've broken down my character into 5 different variations says something in itself as well. Okay, so the first variation I'm going to use in episode 1 of my series is going to be the Vessel. All these variations is all Kitana, because Mileenas Revenge is basically Kitana getting revenge on behalf of Malina and what has happened to her in MKX. We all know the story. Anyway, in this variation, the Vessel, I'm gonna be using the tournament preset. Most likely this is gonna be in like ranked play. Now, the thing that's gonna make the series interesting is if I jump into online, I'm not gonna just come up against Noob Saibot straight away, or Scarlet, you know, which are 2 of the targets. It might take me a while to, within an hour's span, to come across one of these characters. Any other character I'm gonna play against, but I'm not going to do a brutality or a fatality to. I'm only doing a brutality and a fatality to the targets, which is the whole premise of inflicting revenge for Malina in this whole series. A vessel is just essentially someone who is like an empty shell in a sense. So that's why I've called this preset, this variation, the Vessel. Now let's move forward to Possessed. Now this is when Malina is starting to have more of an influence on Kitana, and she has now become possessed, right? And in this variation, I'm going to be using Retreat, Advancing Fan, and Edenian Twist. I don't really see that too often, but I really like the Retreating and Advancing Fan. It's really helpful, and you can do some cool mix-ups with it. I really like that variation, and I'm trying to use all different types of variations just to keep things fresh. Okay, so now that's 2 variations out of 5. Next variation, so this is essentially going to be in episode 3. I'll be using the Black Sky variation, which I call the Black Sky, which is going to be Edenian Fade and Royal Protection. This variation and skin is essentially Malina almost taken full control of Kitana's body, and it's like a mixture. So it's Kitana's still there, but it's Malina, and I call this the Black Sky. In homage and reference to one of my favorite shows on Netflix, Daredevil. Elektra from Daredevil. Amazing show. If you haven't seen it, what are you doing with yourself? Anyway, variation 4 is now Phantom Malina, where Malina is now in Kitana's body and it has taken control, but it's essentially Kitana acting as Mileena fully. So the skin is all, the actual costume has changed into this costume. I'm so happy I've got the costumes and the skins that I have thus far, being quite fortunate in some of the cases, but nonetheless, since that is the case, that this is now Phantom Mileena, the variation I'm obviously going to be using is Half Blood Stance and Fan Flutter. Now this is a tournament variation, I believe, so therefore so episode 4 will be ranked because I believe this is, the tournament variation is what you can use in rank if you're playing as Kitana. So that is that. And then the last episode, which is Mileena Fusion, goes without saying. So it's essentially like when Goku fused with Vegeta and they became Gogeta. This is Kitana and Mileena coming together within the soul, body, the vessel, the shell of Kitana to fuse together and become the Mileena Fusion. So unlike in the possessed variation skin where where I put the teeth on her, this variation she doesn't even have teeth and she doesn't even have a small mask. She has a full face mask in the Mileena Fusion. And in this variation I'll be using Half Blood Stance again, obviously, and Dancing Fans. So everything kind of ties in with Mileena and this small made up storyline that I've done just for these 5 episodes. And like I said, each episode will have a different duration. So I might upload an episode that was an hour long because it may have taken me that long to come up across one of the characters that I need to do a fatality to. Or I might upload an episode that was 5 minutes long. I might just go into online and lo and behold, I'm going up against Devora straight away. There's so many different characters in the game, you're not gonna just come up across a specific character just like that. I might just play a game where I'm only going up against Scorpions all day or Barakas, So it's gonna be 5 episodes and we shall see how they plan out. With regards to some of the rules, if I go up against a Baraka player, I will give them a mercy. So any Baraka player I go up against will get a mercy. Any Kitana player that is normal, like non-revenant, will get a mercy, and J players will get a mercy. Yeah, those are the only players that will get a mercy, regardless of the health. So if I am like chip damage away from death, it doesn't matter, I still will have to give the mercy. I'm obviously not the best player or anything like that, so I'm gonna lose matches. I'm not gonna just fly through every match, and I'm not gonna upload gameplay of me just winning because it's just not realistic anyway. To make these episodes, these 5 episodes authentic, I'm going to upload them as they happen, as I lose, as I win, whatever. If I go up against Baraka, Jade, Kitana, non-revenant, they get mercies. If I go up against a Kitana, how can I forget, and Shao Kahn, all 4 of them get mercies. If I go up against a Revenant Kitana, they won't get a mercy, but they won't brutality or fatality that. So that is part of the rule set that I've made for this. So going deeper into the trailer, you'll see that one of the targets being Noob Saibot is a target for this very reason, that his shadow has a variation Mourning Mileena, which to me is essentially mocking Mileena. So revenge has to be inflicted upon Noob Saibot. Sorry mate, has to happen. So moving forward to Scarlet. Now, Scarlet has a blood vial, Mileena's bastard blood. Again, you have extracted something from Mileena, and you have no reason to as well, because Mileena is on the same side as Shao Kahn. You're on the same side as Shao Kahn, Scarlet. So why are you doing this? You have to get dealt with. And there's also intro dialogue about how Mileena almost took her legs off. So yeah, there is some bad blood between them anyway, so she has to get it. as victim number 2. And victim number 3 being the Collector. Again, a part of the same team, the Shao Kahn Allegiance, but you have the mind of Mileena as one of your gear pieces, which is essentially, I believe, Mileena's brain. I would like to think it's not, because I still have hope that Mileena is going to be DLC. But anyway, Collector, you have collected way too much and you have collected the wrong piece of item. So therefore, you have to get it too. You are now a target. Congratulations. So, and these combos are just examples of some of the combos that I was messing around with Kitana. She's got a lot of good combos, and I like playing as her. I really do. At first, I didn't think I would like her as much because, you know, she's not actually Mileena, but she plays. I like her style of play. I really do. So yeah, moving on. So for obvious reasons, Devourer is the main target, and Kotal Kahn is also a big target as well. Kotal Kahn because he sanctioned the kill, Devourer because she actually did the kill that killed Mileena. Now, in an ideal world, I would get the fatality or brutality on one of those two characters in episodes 4 and 5, but because I'm just going to do everything natural, it's not going to be structured in that format. Whoever comes first comes first. So I could end up doing a fatality to Kotal Kahn in the first episode. It could happen in the second episode. You just never know. It's going to be a random thing, and we shall see how long it even takes, because it depends how popular some of these characters actually are. At the moment, it seems like there's a lot of Scorpion, Sonya, Jackie, and even, I believe, Geras and Aaron Black players. So, you know, and even Baraka. So, you know, it will take some time to come up to these 5 characters. Another rule that I've given myself is, if I, for instance, go up against, I don't know, Scarlet, I have to get the job done first try. So if I lose the match, I cannot retry. I have to exit and essentially start all over again. So that is one of the rules that I've put on myself. So yeah, it's gonna be tough, but it's gonna be fun, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how this goes and doing this, because I know it's gonna be something to add to a playlist on my channel, and it's gonna be gameplay, so you can always look back on it. Right, what else is there to cover with this trailer? Okay, yeah. So with the actual Mileena scenes from MKX, to make the actual pre-records of the gameplay interesting, there is gonna be instances where I'm gonna add clips of the real Mileena from MKX, sequences of. It's not gonna make sense me explaining it, but this is kind of a taster as to how I'm going to do it. So it's gonna be like, it's gonna be as cool as this, basically. Just gonna make it a bit unique and a bit different, to be honest. And what else? I feel like I'm missing something else. Oh, that's it. Yes, in certain episodes, I'm gonna try and add more things to make it entertaining. I might have like, I'm gonna try and do some cool edits to make it you know, really entertaining and cool. But yeah, didn't want to make this too long. Don't know how long I've been speaking this far, but expect episode 1 in the next few days, or next week. Can't wait, and I hope you enjoy when Mileenas Revenge begins. Okay, peace.